talking about our personal favorite movies. So I chose the movie Patriots Day, and the four theories on Patriots Day. For entertainment, I had that it shows one man's view on like what they did during the day of the Boston Marathon bombing, what he did to like help and solve the problem. For the educational, people can see the background on the Boston Marathon and learn more about it, like what happened that day if they don't already know, or see like first person view. Artistic, they did a very good job making the most realistic scene of what went on that day, and the explosions and stuff were very real. People were very realistic, stuff like that. Literary, the theme is one person can have a big impact on one big situation. He helped find where the people were hiding at. The budget for the movie was $45 million, and they made $52 million, so they ended up profiting. Really good movie.
For my personal favorite, I did Pain and Gain, and I thought it was a great movie. It was filled with twists and turns that left the audience questioning if it was a true story. It really is based on a true story. For the four themes, I did educational. Audience doesn't learn all that much from it, but they do learn the effects of steroids and how one man, if his mind is set on something, he'll do anything to achieve it. The entertainment, I thought it was a great way of making the movie feel real, making you feel like you were there. The actors put in a good effort to make it feel real. For the artistic, I thought it was a lot of the fighting scenes were good, and the way they put forth the acting. Mark Wahlberg and Dwayne Johnson did a great job making the movie captivating. The plot kept the audience watching with all the crazy turns the movie takes. Theme, don't try to cheat your way to success. In the end, they did get caught. They got away with it for a certain amount of time, but in the end, the cops came, they got caught. In the budget, they had $26 million to make the movie. They ended up getting back $86.2 million. So I think they did a great job with budgeting the movie.
Alright, I'm going to be talking about DeepWater Horizon. The educational that I thought about this movie is it was kind of like a real life situation. I mean, not that you can like do some of the things that they did to get off the ship, but it was like people could relate to it, to like if you've been on a boat before. So I think it related to people in that way. Then the entertainment was this movie always kept you on your edge of your seat. It was always suspenseful, and there was always like an action going on, or something was getting ready to happen. You knew it, and it always kept you on edge. Artistic, for it being out in the middle of the ocean and it being like a real oil rig, I thought it was pretty good with all the props they had to mix in. Like they mixed together. So yeah, all the explosions when the oil went off, I thought that was really realistic because obviously that didn't happen, so they had to make that. And then literary, the theme is even though you may feel safe one moment and the next you may not, so always stay alert. And then the cost was $156 million, and then in the box office they made back $120 million, but I'm sure they made more than that in other places.
Alright, today, if you did notice already, but we all chose a Mark Wahlberg movie, and arguably his three best movies. So out of the three, we're gonna debate on which is the best one.
All three movies were true stories, so we thought we would go that route with it, with them making the movies based off of what really happened.
I think all three movies had some sort of action in them, so I think that's kind of why they related to all of us, because we like that kind of movie.
And the three movies that we chose are more modern movies. Deepwater Horizon came out like 2017. Patriots Day was like 2016. and Pain and Gain was like 2015. So they're all more recent movies, not old Mark Wahlberg movies.
All three were filmed in great ways. I thought Pain and Gain and Patriots Day were more filled with action than Deepwater Horizon. That was more based on the true story than the other two. But I thought, if we're talking about the action part of it, I thought Pain and Gain had the most action in it.
Yeah, for the filming part, I feel like Deepwater Horizon had that because obviously they're out in the middle of the ocean and all that, where the other two were just filmed like on land and in the cities and stuff. So I think Deepwater Horizon has the filming aspect, but they definitely have the action.
I think that Patriots Day is the best overall movie out of the three because it shows the true story of one man's take on what he did to help find the missing people for the Boston bombing, and how that had such a big impact on America with it being a terrorist attack. And so I think they did a great job in the movie, and I think it's the best out of the three.
I'd have to agree with that. With the movie, they stuck more to what really happened. In Pain and Gain, there's some things that are just made for the movie. I feel like Patriots Day stuck more to what the real life events that happened. I feel like they did a great job showing the general public what happened during that day.
Yeah, I agree with them too. I'm gonna also go with Patriots Day. I think it can kind of show you, not a lesson, but it can show you the insight on things, or maybe you can help out next time. And I think it's just like a helpful movie.
With that being said, Deepwater Horizon is also very good because a lot of people didn't understand the BP oil spill, and if you watch the movie, it shows the BP as bad guys and what they did because they were greedy for their money and they didn't care about people's well-being, and it costed them in the long run.
In both Deepwater Horizon and Pain and Gain, you can see how when someone's money hungry, the length they'll go to get what they want. And Deepwater Horizon, they pushed them to finish the job and get the oil rig done. And in the end, it cost them. The same with Pain and Gain. They pushed and pushed to get what they wanted, and in the end, it cost them. They all had to go to prison.